If you want more options than the top 3 that you see next to the Bazaar window, you can execute /cofl Bazaar to get a sorted list of the best Bazaar flips that you can still afford. In this list, by default, the flips you can't afford will not be shown. You can still search for every item, and it will show it to you sorted by highest percentage profit per flip. That's why a seemingly less per hour flip here, which is almost or is double your money, is shown on top, and booster cookies, which are way more expensive, are shown only down here, because you will also face more competition on those. As you can see, you don't have to type out the full cofl Bazaar command each time. You can also shorten it to CLBZ and then your search value. In case you want to pagine it through the Bazaar pages, you can also get page 2 like this, or click up here to get to the next page. But if you prefer flips directly next to the Bazaar window, you can also click on these, which by default would need a booster cookie, but you can enable the no cookie setting, and then this will instead use the Bazaar search to surface the flip you clicked on for you. In case this display overlaps with anything else, you can also hold right click to drag this around, or completely position it on the other side as well. This will then stay there even if you reopen the Bazaar or restart your game. It defaults to the left side because from my observations that's where the least overlap occurs, especially if you have mods like NEU. In case you would like to have the Bazaar flips on a second monitor, you can also open the Bazaar flips via a flipping hub on the website and see the same list here with item name searches and different sorting options. But I think having them in game is easier to use and faster. This display also has the same logic for users that have premium. For example, I currently am on an account that has premium. If I was not, the top 3 would actually be the 4th to 6th best options, which are usually still pretty good, but not the 3 best ones. There is no separate display for that in game because there isn't much space at all. So we just switch out the options instead. Also, another feature valued by a few users is the cell click protection. It's configurable to whatever threshold you want. By default it's 1 million coins. If whatever you would Instasell is above 1 million coins or the configurable threshold, the click to this will be blocked, but you can override it by pressing Ctrl. In case you don't want the feature, you can also disable it completely, setting this to false. Now it will no longer show. But that's not it. We have a few more handy features, like the Bazaar order outdated notifications, which tells you which order was outdated by how much. So to help you make a decision if you want to replace the order. We have order size tracking overall, so you can know how far away you are from the Bazaar limit. And we have order flip tracking with the Bazaar order history, showing you how many flips you did and how much profit they yielded. This will dynamically add any extra flips you do to the list, including profit and loss statements. Also, as you can see here with /cofl Bazaar list, or L for short, you can list the last tracked flips you had. Furthermore, you can not only list this in game, but also access this via our API. You just need to run SkyCofl API in game and copy your API token. And with that API token, you can request both the Bazaar history and the current orders on your Bazaar in any other application. Here are other examples of the orders being undercut. We can also see the undercut orders via the highlight on the bazaar itself. It also displays here how many are available at a better price to make a decision if we want to relist it or just wait a little bit for the cheaper items to sell off. If you flip bigger quantities of items, it's very common that until all of your items sell, there will be a few people undercutting you. But if there is enough demand in the market, they should sell off pretty quickly, and then your order continues to get filled. Also, here in the description, we can see for the volume, the buy and sell volume, which is the Instasell and Instabuy volume, which also shows us that there is way more fake logs being Insta-sold than Insta-bought, which suggests that we should maybe, instead of selling it directly, compact it to sell the compacted form or craft it into other items. Also here on the side, we see a summary of the total value if everything sells for the current price, which just sums up your potential value in your current bazaar sell orders. The same happens if we place a buy order for something. Now we also have a total buy amount here, which is equivalent to the total value of this order. When flipping an order, the mod will also automatically suggest 0.1 under the top order for you, so you don't have to type it out manually, and obviously also keep track of the profit or loss. This also accounts for the current special mayor and for any future special mayors like the regular derby. And here, for example, the balance sold, making me 370 coins profit, reducing my total loss from before to now just 649, and being counted here. And as you can see in the hover effect, here's also a shortcut to the list itself. Thanks for your patience so far. I hope you find these features useful, and I wish you a nice day. If you click up here, you come to the whole playlist of these tutorials for mod features.